Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really.
Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
You mean shenanigans? Oh! You know about shenanigans, right?
I really don't.
I don't either. You know, they all died. Oh, my grandma told me to go to hell once. They're nice grandparents.
That sounds nice. It sounds almost as nice as the time my grandma told me, "Welcome to
Punkass.
and Random Heroes Cheeky Shenanigans."
Hey, welcome to Shenanigans, Bill.
Y'all. I am Jesse, a.k.a. Random Hero.
And I'm Nick, a.k.a. Punkass, because that's my fucking name. And get it right.
Don't wear it
Fucking
out.
clap back. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't know what you're saying about half the time you're speaking.
I was trying to
anyway.
be black. You know, they always like, listen to me.
I think that I had some white soccer coaches that was their preferred method of communication also.
It's always like the ghetto black chicks that like. You know it's true. Just admit to it.
I don't
alright?
think that I've ever met any like non-stereotypical.
You don't have to
ghetto
meet
black
them. You
chicks.
just watch them online all the time because that's the only ones that ever pop up.
I can't trust anything I see online anymore
it's
because
video.
people are always making these videos like on purpose. Like half the time that stuff's going on, it's totally scripted.
Like that one guy where like his fucking like the house got broken into and it was like, you better hide your kids, hide your wives,
Yeah.
hide your husbands too because everyone's getting raped around here or some shit like that.
Is that how it went?
Yeah, you never saw that one?
I mean, I saw the meme, but I didn't necessarily see all of that. Like,
Wow.
sometimes I just catch memes by context, especially video ones, because half the time I don't even really want to watch it.
No? Well, you don't want to watch it if there's like a bunch of dicks poking around on the screen.
Yeah, that's
Like,
because I would have searched for that.
It's like, it goes like, ooh, there's a dick. Oh, I'm watching it. I'm in.
As long as that's what I was searching for.
God damn. You know, you look depressing today, okay?
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Why?
It's fucking Labor Day. You want to know what Labor Day is? Do you know what it is?
It's the ironically named day that none of us do any work.
Yeah. No, though, because it's where all these women come together while they're on labor to try to power up a demon with their laboring skills. Okay?
Like a summoning circle of
That's
witches.
exactly. And then they like spread their legs, right? And they fucking spit out all their demon childs all at once. And then Jesus pops out, but you're wrong. It's a trick. It's the devil. Okay?
It's like the devil's Easter or something.
And then he's like, "Hail to me." And then the little kids turn into like little Chuckies, and then they go out to Ireland.
To Ireland.
To
Okay.
Ireland. And that's where your Labor Day comes from. So there's the 101 for you.
I have no idea what I can even say back to that.
I wouldn't know either. I was just,
Yeah, that really came out of nowhere.
yeah, that's improv, bro. That's improv for you.
Well, I'm gonna try
I didn't
something
even think
today.
about that.
Today I'm trying the old comedy improv tenet of yes and. So instead of correcting you if I feel like it, I'm gonna try to do a yes and.
What? Yes, and?
Yeah. So
Explain this to me.
for example, when you were telling me, oh, if you found a video with a bunch of dicks on it, you'd watch it. Instead
Yes.
of being like, no, I'm gonna watch this, I'd be
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, if that's what I was searching for.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
I
a way
see.
that in improv comedy you can take any concept thrown at you and kind of run with
It's
it.
kind of like fucking like, you know, if someone's making fun of you, you'd be like, "Ah, you're fucking gay." Well, yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Yeah. What?
to an extent, but like also if you say something just ridiculous instead of being like, no, that's ridiculous, which isn't funny at all, be like, yeah, in fact, I'll say something more ridiculous.
Yo, my name is Nicholas. This is ridiculous. Got Jesse over here looking
And Nick
like
wants
a
to look
fucking...
at this.
Hey, speaking of, where you texted me a picture of some podcasting website.
Which one?
The one that mentioned us and gave us the shout out, kinda, I guess, right?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Oh, the Instagram account. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Our Instagram, I've kind of been trying this new thing where I try to share a meme every day also.
Yeah, that's good.
And then also we'll cut like a 1-minute video of the show and we'll put it up there. Not fully as a promo, but just so that you get a little taste of what's coming up each week. And yeah, I mean, our account is mostly followed by other podcasts so far. But yeah, it was cool. They've got like 1,000 followers, so nothing huge, but they reached out to us and wanted to
Well, it's like they
share it.
They listened or something because they got the like.
If they listened, there would be
reference.
no way they would be asking to like send out
Well,
our show like that.
Just I don't know. It's
a
the way
rookie mistake.
They referenced us. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, no holds bar gay match.
Well,
They didn't say that.
they didn't have to.
Woo!
So on that note, though, there's a guy named Robbie on the East Coast, and he does a podcast called Out of the Blank, and he actually had me do an interview with him yesterday.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Pretty interesting. It was my first time doing a podcast that wasn't one that I host, and he had me come on, and the episode won't be out for a couple more weeks, but he's got a really similar flow to us, but it's only one host instead of two.
It's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of like you cheated on me and didn't let me know.
Not really.
It is though,
I was being interviewed as one half of Cheeky Shenanigans.
but it's still kind of like cheating. It's like one half.
It wasn't cheating, it was making out.
Okay. It's like when someone says you're a cheater, but deep down you just emotionally cheated. You didn't physically cheat or anything.
Yeah.
But they still consider that as bad as physically cheating.
Do you consider it as bad as physically cheating?
I do not.
I don't think I do either. And even if it's on the girl side, because physical action is kind of a little bit
Some
more
may
concrete,
say
you know?
Physical cheating is better than emotional. Like, emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating.
I don't know. I guess it depends. Like, is the emotional cheating in this case like a genuine, oh, I'm in love with this other person kind of thing?
It was not. Okay, well, here, let's give you a little story.
All right.
Story time. Okay. It was like around the first year Lindsay and I started dating. So like
Yeah.
6-7 years ago. I don't, for some reason, me and my other ex started talking. Okay. It was nothing sexual or anything. It was just talking about day by day things. But then it started getting to, I don't know. It was weird, right? Like, I remember I was going to court one day, and instead of talking to Lindsay, because I think we were having relationship problems as usual, I like sent her a picture, be like, oh, this is what I'm wearing today. Like, there was no nakedness of it. There was no sexuality. It was just, this is what I'm wearing to court today for fucking the kid stuff.
Yeah.
And then she sent one back, like, I don't know, a few weeks later. And that wasn't really sexual either. It was just her in a tank top. So that's the emotional cheating I'm talking about. Now, is that worse than physically cheating?
No, I don't think that's worse. It's weird though. It's funny that you mentioned the pictures too, because
Right.
like if you're just text talking to somebody and if they're a girl and you're in a relationship, like that's dangerous ground.
Think of it this way. It was like me talking because I had an easier time talking about situations with this person than the other person, because the other person would have a hard time, talking to me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that being one reason why Lindsay was probably having problems with you, though, is if like you're always running to other people when you have to talk about something.
Well, here's the thing. I fell asleep on the couch, okay?
Uh-huh.
And then apparently, I don't know the whole story, my phone went off or something. I think she was just going through my phone, just in general, because, it
And
happened.
she found a bunch of naked pictures of
She
dicks.
found, I don't know what she found, but she found the picture of her.
Oh, of her.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about a giant penis.
No, that was later down the road.
Oh, okay.
And then I remember I woke up with my phone like hitting me, like she threw my phone at me. I was like, what? And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, I don't know what to do here, and I left. I left, but
So
yeah.
you woke up after having your phone thrown at you, and then you just left?
Well, there was like fighting, right? I don't know. I didn't know what to do in that situation, so I was like, I'm flustered. I'm out of here. I don't know what to tell you.
Here's one thing I gotta say. Just winding back to the texts themselves,
And my ex was married too. She had a husband. Okay.
yeah.
So I just throw that in there as well.
If anything, that might make it a little bit worse. I mean, it depends on the nature of what you were saying, but there's something weird in my brain that happens when you start exchanging pictures via text. There's like a slight difference because any of my like friends that I have no type of attraction to or any weird feelings about, none of them ever think to send me pictures, and I don't send them any pictures of me.
Right.
It might be something funny I see or a meme or whatever, but like I don't take selfies and send them to people unless there's some kind of I want this person to think I'm attractive, which might just be my own hang up. It really might be. But if you start sending pictures back and forth,
there was the only one time.
Right.
It wasn't like back and forth. Like,
okay. So that makes it better, you know, and especially since
there
you
was
were
no
like dressed up for court.
There was no sexual talking either.
Yeah, and you were just dressed up for court. But let's say that happened and then you started exchanging pictures more frequently. That feels more intimate to me than just the texts because you're bringing the physical side back into the equation.
Right.
You're like, oh, yeah, this is a pretty person I'm looking at. Or, oh, yeah, I've hit that. Or whatever your thoughts are when you see photos of this person. It's different than if you're just exchanging.
I'm glad I brought this up because I'm sure there's way more people that had to deal with this before.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not something I ever spent a whole lot of time just thinking about. It's just when you told me that story, that was my gut shot reaction because it genuinely does. Like, if I'm talking to some person I haven't met before or I've only met once and they friended me on Facebook and it's a girl, if they start sending me pictures, I assume there's some reason for that. I don't usually assume that you're going to send me a bunch of selfies or something and just be like, no, this is totally platonic. Like, I just, none of my platonic friends do that.
I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't wrong because I was wrong, okay? I mean, I'll admit, in a relationship, you're not supposed to do that, I guess.
Yeah.
That's where I was wrong at. But it got blown way out of proportion, okay? And, like, the husband texted me, and it turned into this big whole ordeal. But I just don't think it's as bad as physically cheating.
No, I don't think so either. And, I mean, this might sound a little antiquated, but I think that the reasons why a woman would physically cheat on a man are a little bit more deep than the reasons why a man would physically cheat on a woman.
Women will cheat because they want more emotional stability, support. Man just cheat because they're like, oh, I just want to bone you, attraction.
It could be partially that. I think it's also that women, okay, how do I want to phrase this? I don't think that it takes them as much self-control to turn down sex from someone else when they're in a relationship because they're able to just like look at that one person for the most part, be like, that's the only guy I want. This is easy or whatever. You guys, for a lot of us, if like a really hot girl is into you, it's hard to shut that down right off the bat. And I think that when guys cheat, and I've thankfully never cheated, but I've been cheated on, and it's always felt a little bit more like she must have been mad or this must have been a decision instead of just, oh, she saw a hot guy and wanted to hook up. And maybe it's not fair to project that onto women, but it's weird because it feels like a physical cheat for a woman is more concrete than when it's a guy doing it. I think the guys are still scumbags if they do it, but there's some kind of a physiological reason why it's easier for a guy to do that than for a girl, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. And obviously we're more than just evolved animals.
Have you cheated on your diet?
I haven't started it yet.
Son of a bitch, man.
I mean, I've been working a lot, but yeah.
No. Got a lot of cocks in you, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like 35 and a half.
Let's have another question. Do you say flip-flop or thongs?
I grew up saying thongs until the thong song came out, and I realized that meant something else.
Right, but I'm just thinking about this.
Yeah.
Flip-flop. Now, do they get flip-flop? Because it's like flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop.
The noise.
Where thong? I don't know where thong. When I hear thong, I'm like, nice. Woman's thong on her ass.
Now, I could be wrong about
Pointing
this.
up.
I'm just going to take a very, very basic approach to this and answer a question. I have no idea if this is true, but look at how flip-flops have the one piece of fabric that goes between your two toes. Maybe there's a reason why that and the type of underwear that goes like that through butt cheeks. Maybe it's like they look like they're doing the same thing kind of thing, you know? I mean, toes aren't butt cheeks.
Yeah,
I had to
they're
learn that
not.
lesson the hard way.
They're
But
not. Have you, speaking of like thongs with women, have you ever, like, I feel women can wear like sexy lingerie, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes in like in the past, like growing up with teenager relationships and stuff,
Yeah.
I feel like some of their thongs and like underwear, it just didn't like fit them right. You know what I mean? It didn't look sexy at all. Or,
Do you think all your clothes make you look sexy?
well, no, but
I can think of
But
5 pairs of boxers I own right now that I would never want
But-
someone to see me wearing.
well, no, I'm saying is the point is you buy some of these to look sexy for girls. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one where you're like, oh, it doesn't really look right, but you don't say anything?
No, I mean, to be honest, I'm not a thong guy in the first place. Like
I like booty shorts.
I like the booty shorts, the boy short style, like that's what I love. And like, but if a girl's trying to get with me or, you know, showing me that stuff, the last thing I'm going to be is, that's not quite my favorite style. Can you try on a different one and send me another picture or whatever, you know?
That
Like,
would be so funny to do.
and the other thing is not all girls wear thongs and stuff like that to be sexy. For some of them, it's genuinely more comfortable.
There's no way.
I think that it's true. I mean, there's no way that they would always wear that shit if it was that uncomfortable.
It's like flossing your teeth, but with butt cheeks.
Yeah, but you're only saying that because you have a penis.
I know. Maybe I should
Allegedly.
I'll wear a pair,
You'll wear a thong.
and then I'll see if it's comfortable or not.
You'll probably not think it is, but I'm not going to try and talk you out of this either.
I'll get the man kind where it's like an elephant
A mong,
or like a mongoose,
an elephant,
a giraffe.
big old moose knuckle.
With my case, it might be what's smaller than a giraffe.
Almost every other animal.
Maybe like half of a monkey tail. I don't know.
What type of undies do you normally wear?
I just wear regular boxer shorts, man.
No, you never switch it up. No
I
briefs,
don't like
no boxer
briefs.
briefs.
No tidy whities, nothing. Just boxer shorts.
When did you make that switch?
I think like 5th grade or something like that.
You switched to boxers in 5th grade?
Yeah, 5th, 6th
Wow.
grade. I didn't want to be a loser wearing tidy whities in school, you know?
It's so weird that that's a thing. I mean, I know that it is, and I was definitely guilty of it for a little longer than 5th grade. But why is that a thing? Like, if you're an adult now, it literally doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, I still feel like it does. If you're wearing tidy whities, you just like, I don't know, you're in a different spectrum of society, I think.
A different societal sphincter.
Yeah. The sphincting spectre.
But look at it. Look at also like the Abercrombie models, like the male Abercrombie
Yeah,
models
they
who
wear
wear
like
tidy
boxer
whities.
briefs. They like went to another dimension and made boxer briefs, so it's a thin line to where you can't make fun of them because they're still kind of boxers, but they're not.
And I like those sometimes too. But I've seen ads, like I think even on Fight Club, there's an ad of like these guys with 6-packs and they've got tidy whities on. And you know for a fact there are girls that are going to find that sexy. So like,
Yeah.
why does it matter anymore?
I don't know. I guess
Maybe
it's because they're white and you can like see their like shit stains or like ball stains or something.
Okay, so let's wind this up a little bit. If you found this girl who was smoking hot and she was into you, but she really, really only thought you were sexy if you were wearing tidy whities, would you be wearing them all the time?
I don't think I could, dude.
Okay, so that
It's like the hat thing for me. I can't. I don't know. It's weird.
okay. So now, if you just give me answers on these, I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
If you then decided, okay, this girl's amazing and she's hot and she really thinks these are sexy, I'm going to try it once. And then if you put on the tidy whities and she said, oh, those don't quite fit you right and make you look sexy, what would that do to you? Because that's what you're doing to the women you don't like in their thongs, motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing. I don't say anything, okay?
Yeah.
It's just in my head. Now,
Good
I'm
Lord.
just telling you the thoughts that I had, okay? Now, I know I'm not the only one, so stop being a little asshole.
It's just my job today, man. It's my turn.
It's your turn?
I guess.
Your turn.
You're just salty because I did that other podcast.
I know.
By the way,
Fucking jerk.
no, he's gonna do ours in
Oh,
season 3. I
no,
think.
he's fucking not.
Yeah, he is. But like, I'm sure he'd want to have you on also. It's just he only has one guest at a time usually.
No, it's fine. I don't want to be on a stupid podcast.
Wow, Nick is really butthurt over this. I don't even want to be on this podcast.
Yeah, fuck this
you.
podcast, dude. You can start being the Lone Ranger.
I'd rather be the Lone Rangers. You can't pluralize the Lone Ranger.
Let's
Okay.
let's do this idea you came up with, or maybe it was our idea of taking the playground. What's that fucking word? I keep
Oh, the
trying
playground
to think.
insults or whatever?
That's it. Insults, and we're gonna try our own. You can no, get that out of here, dude. You can't cheat.
I'm not cheating.
You are cheating. You're not supposed to write down stuff. You're supposed to just do it like off of like improv right
I'm
away.
telling you, that's not how they do it in the video.
Have you seen the video
Yeah.
where they're like, they'll be like, and then they're like, oh shit, I don't know what to say, and then blurt out something because it's all improv.
No, I'm sure they wrote some of them down. That's all I did. I wrote down 2, and they're not. It's not like they're good. I still tried to keep them purposefully stupid.
Well, fine. And then we're gonna put this up if it's good enough as a poll again, and hopefully I win because Jesse rap was just bullshit.
So this is gonna be Nick versus Jesse playground insults.
Yeah, maybe we should just do 5 each, and then leave it at that.
I mean, we can try it. I don't know if I've got 5 quality ones in me, but
Point is that I don't know if we should try to make each other laugh or okay. Well, since you wrote something down, you get to go first.
I'm
Go.
going first?
Yeah.
All right. The point of these was not to be like great insults. The point is to be childish insults.
Yeah, playground insults. Okay.
Nick, you're so stupid that you wear a hat all the time because you're worried you're letting more brain out if you don't.
That's kind of stupid. Let's see. Jesse,
Yeah.
your breath stinks so bad you fart out of your mouth.
Wow. Hey, Nick, how does it feel to be the worst Nick Carter, including the Backstreet Boy?
Hey, Jesse.
Yeah.
You are so fat, but it's not actually true. That's it.
What?
That's it.
I don't even know what the insult is.
I know. Your turn.
Your eyes are so close together you can probably only see 2 dimensions. That's why I was bullied in school. It's because I used to think stuff like that was a legit burn, which it would be. But, yeah, not very good.
Your fucking dating life is as bad as your mom trying to pick up a priest at a bar on a Monday night.
Wow. Nick, what can I say about your face that hasn't already been said about that piece of cat poop over there?
Jesse, you're so dumb that your face looks like that piece of cat poop over there.
I don't even know why I'm laughing at that. You just said the exact same thing I did.
This is harder than I think, man. It puts you on the spot.
It does.
It does, yeah.
Because you're also trying not to be like mean or too gross because it's supposed to be playground.
No. All right, let's just do one more.
Okay, let me see here. Nick, your facial hair is so bad, it looks like it would all come off if I used anti-glue on it.
Jesse, your balls are so small because when the doctor pulled you out of your mom's vagina, he forgot to double check your ball sack for any diseases, and he was wrong.
Wow. That, I mean, I kind of almost feel like making you go again, because that you can do better than that.
Nah, we'll just keep it at that.
I'm going to beat you at another competition.
Well, that's fine.
You got to stop challenging me to shit that you can't do.
Oh, I can do it.
Give me another one.
Jesse, you are so fat that when you stand on the scale, it breaks.
Oh. You were so fat as a kid, you used to walk into all doors sideways, including your garage.
I was so fat when I was a kid. I used to make pizzas and then take a picture with my shirt off trying to fake muscles.
With your little pepperoni nipples.
And that is our fucking insults playground.
Who won?
Yeah.
You guys decide, which means we'll get like 2 votes.
Just give me like a pity win over here.
No pity wins.
Yeah, pity wins. Anyways, douche of the week.
Oh.
WEAK. KKK. Because it's a bunch of K's around here.
Boop.
Okay, this is my douche of the week. It's fucked up, but funny at the same time.
Excellent.
Is the volume going to work on this? You did not double check it? Did you double check?
Yeah, it should work.
Okay. Now, I want you to know what you think of this, Jesse. And go.
We don't want you here because you can't drive. You see, you crossed the line. I crossed the line. You don't know a damn thing. Go back to China where you belong.
Wow.
Fucking asshole. Chinky, chinky China lady. Chinky, chinky China lady.
Oh my.
You know what? You give the people a bad name here. We hate you people. Go back where you belong. Fuck you. Fucking cunt.
Wow.
It's fucked up, but cheeky China ladies.
Jesus
Hilarious.
Christ.
That's got to be made into a t-shirt, dude.
Who in 2019 can see someone clearly recording video and still decides it's okay to be racist?
It's the old school oldies people, dude, born in the 1950s.
Like, that's right up there with Mickey Rooney's portrayal of the Chinaman in that, like, Breakfast at Tiffany's or whatever. With the big old buck tooth and stuff. Like, god damn.
Cheeky Chinese lady.
That's insane. I can't believe that.
Hey, dude, I laughed. I thought it was funny.
I mean, there's a part of me that thinks it's funny that this lady had the balls to do it on video.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I wonder
there's
what
no
her...
room for that
Hopefully
talk
she doesn't
anymore.
have any kids. This is probably posted everywhere, honestly.
I hope she lost her job over that. That seems to be the punishment lately. You get caught doing something racist on video, you lose your job.
Yeah. Because it's funny.
Unless you're the president.
It's funny here because she's the one that fucked up driving. And typically, it's the cheeky Chinese ladies that are the ones that do the fucking up part.
You keep saying that, and we're going to have to give you half of the Douche of the Week award if it wins.
Ooh, I want my picture up there.
This isn't one you want to win, buddy.
Oh, I mean, come on. You got to laugh about it, make a joke about it.
I'm laughing in the context of that lady is a complete douchebag.
Yes, but...
And I can't believe people still talk like that.
It's just funny because, you know, they're the way around Asian drivers, okay? It's funny because she's white and she's making fun of the Asian that's recording on the phone.
Even though she was in the wrong.
Yeah. Now, your douche of the week's totally different for some reason.
Yeah, and it doesn't really hold up to that one, but my douche of the week nomination is Andrew Luck.
Oh.
And here's the thing. I'm going to qualify this
Are you
by
sure
saying...
you don't want to do Andrew? Are you sure you don't want to do the Indiana Colts fans?
I'm sure, and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh.
And then this is why it's already not holding up to yours, is because my reasoning just isn't that effective. But I know that this had to do something with mental health, and I know that in today's climate, we need to be more sensitive about that shit. And, you know, I'm all for getting yourself better. But Andrew Luck was a #1 draft pick in 2012. He went up against RG3 and Russell Wilson in the draft. he was drafted first, showed all this potential, kept getting injured, and then waited up until like right before the season started, after people had done their fantasy drafts, after his coaches had already planned on him being the quarterback, after the fans were, invested in what was going to happen this year with him there. He waited until like week 4 of the preseason and then fucking retires. Like, you had all offseason to do that. You had all of preseason to do that. You waited until week 4 of the preseason games, and then you just retire completely out of the blue.
He did say he wanted to do it differently. The fucked up thing is, because he was in the middle of like this big contract, right?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Volume's gone. So anyways, his big contract, so he doesn't get any of that money either.
Yeah, but the Colts would have been able to go back after him for like $25 million, and they opted not to.
What do you mean?
Like, in his contract that he signed that made him super rich, there were these guarantees and other things in there that
because
he
he
would
was
now
number
have to
one
pay
draft
back.
though too, so he got a lot of money from that though.
In his original contract, he was able to get paid pretty well because he was the number 1 pick, but he's already in his second contract, which made him very well paid. He was drafted the same year Russell Wilson was, and Russell Wilson's on a mega contract.
Yeah.
People would argue that Andrew Luck is the better all-around quarterback. I would disagree, but he's still on a second contract that was paying him somewhere around $20 million a year, and they could have gone after him for $24 million that he's already taken in for whatever reasons, for not playing the season, whatever the stipulations are in the contract. They could go after him and win all that money back, and they've decided not to. So they're letting him keep an extra $25 or so million, and he just shat on all of their fans.
Shat right on them.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you to an extent, but I'm going to agree with the Indiana fans being assholes about it.
Oh, of course they are.
And booing.
Yeah.
Seattle wouldn't do that.
I think that we would.
Not with Russell Wilson.
I mean, I would hope that we wouldn't.
Rumple Ripskin.
If Russell Wilson retired today, but still went to the week 1 game to like suit up or something like Andrew Luck did, but retired right before the game, yeah, Seattle fans would be fucking pissed.
I don't know, dude. We have like a totally different like aura up here in Seattle.
When we're winning, yes.
I know, huh? All those bandwagoners coming out of the booth.
Yeah, and who's to say that the people booing him in Indiana weren't their bandwagoners,
You know what's funny? My brother has been a Seahawks fan since he was a kid.
Me
Like
too. Yep.
he has like the old fucking Seahawks jacket from like the 80s or like 90s, some shit like that. His favorite football player who was that famous linebacker that joined the Seahawks for a little bit?
Which one?
Urlacher.
Recently?
No, it's not Urlacher. No, a long time ago.
Urlacher was the Bears.
Who's the other guy with the mohawk and shit, and he always had like weird hair, and he was from that college. I know you know who I'm talking about.
No, I'm not coming up with this one. Do you need to go do some research?
I'm gonna Google it.
Nick's going to Google it. Good luck Googling the mohawked linebacker of the Seahawks.
Yeah, dude, I'll show you right now, dude. Mohawk linebacker. Okay.
I love how Nick is actually reading out what he's typing into Google.
The Seahawks. I'm just gonna prove it to you, okay? Mohawk linebacker, the Seahawks. Gotta let it load up for a second. Aha!
Who is it?
The Bosworth. That's it.
Oh, the
Brian
Boss.
Bosworth.
The Boss,
Aha!
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I know him. The Boss. Yeah, he was...
Google saved me again.
But the big news that's good for the Seahawks this week was signing
Oh,
Jadeveon
Clowney.
Yeah.
Clowney.
So now you've got Bobby Wagner, who is like the best linebacker in the game.
What time are we at? I just want to know.
Oh, we're good. We've still got 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
You've got Bobby Wagner, who is just an amazing linebacker, and playing right next to him is KJ Wright, who is a little bit underappreciated, I feel. Then you've got Jadeveon
KJ
Clowney
Wright's
on the
probably
edge.
like, oh shit.
He doesn't have to compete with Clowney for a spot. He's backing him. Clowney's an edge rusher. He's going to be defensive line, right where Clark was.
You know who used to be my favorite? It's gone Irving.
Bruce Irvin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though
I
he
liked
wasn't
him.
like the best,
He had a
but
couple good seasons when they rotated him out of defensive end into linebacker, and I think that was a pretty good move.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, we just did our fantasy draft yesterday.
Yeah.
So I want to hear
Anybody
your picks.
that doesn't like fantasy football or wants to hear about football, just shut up and listen.
We're not going to talk about this that long, but it is something that we'll be bringing up a little bit more often since we're back in the season. And I really want to know who
Jesse,
don't read me all, just read me
Jesse
your
really
starters.
fucking thinks he's like, this is what happens every year. He's like, oh, look, I'm going to kick everybody's asses, bitch. And then he always ends up at the bottom at the end of the season.
This year I'm
I've only
assuming I'm
had
going to do bad.
one shit season throughout the years. I was in the finals again last year.
And did you win?
I didn't win, but I was still there. Okay?
No name on
the
the trophy.
Not yet, but I will get there. Okay?
Our team's also 8-man. So, like, I started this league when the league was still a show on FX.
You know,
And now we're actually just like it, basically.
and I'm fine with that now, okay? Fuck it. We'll just be an 8-man league. I don't know why it's so hard to find 2 more people to make a 10-person league.
Yeah.
Whatever.
People just aren't reliable, and that's not just about fantasy. But, you know, it's just, unless they really want to do something and make it a priority, it doesn't come up in the thought process, you know?
Well, fucking James better. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can have a bye week with James as usual.
All right, hurry up. Read me your lineup. I just want to compare lineups before we move on. To
Well,
the next
I've already
topic.
got you beat on the quarterback. I got Russell Wilson.
I got Breeze.
I got fucking Mike Evans, bro.
DeAndre Hopkins, motherfucker.
Got Stephon Diggs, bro.
Allen Robinson the third.
Like, he ain't gonna do shit. And I got my my man, my dick, Nick Chubbs.
For running back,
Yeah.
I am sporting Todd Gurley and Chris Carson from Seattle.
Why is Todd Gurley like not? He's ranked 34. Last year he was like number 1, number 2. What happened?
I don't know, but I think he's still going to be a solid number 1 running back.
Yeah, I
so
don't-
I grabbed him in like the 3rd round.
Well, because I was gonna pick him too because he was so far ahead. And look, dumb diddy dumb, fucking fuckface over
And
here.
I got Chris Carson, who was good for like 10 Seattle touchdowns last season.
Yeah, but now you have Rashad Penny and Procise, right?
Yeah, they were both on the squad last year.
Yeah. So you have all these 3 running backs, and you think Chris Carson is just going to get them all? No.
Yeah.
And then tight ends. Here's the thing about tight ends, everyone. There's only 3 good tight ends in the whole.
And Nix is not one of them.
It's
He has a
not.
very loose end down there.
No, but
Very prolapsed.
Travis Kelce is number 1. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, who's got Kelsey, motherfucker?
Kittle is supposed to be like the 2nd, 3rd one.
Yeah.
And then Ertz, right?
Jimmy Graham could have a resurgent year. You never know.
But I picked up Evan Ingram from the Giants because Odell's gone. He doesn't have anybody to throw to anymore, so I figure Ingram, he'd be his guy.
I'm surprised that they're still starting Eli Manning. Like
He
How have they
needs
not
to be
changed
like
out of
luck
that?
and get booed out. That's what needs to happen.
Well, I mean, they're never gonna boo him because he brought them 2 Super Bowl rings against Tom Brady and the Patriots.
yeah, like 12 years ago.
He's gonna be a folk hero for the rest of his life in New York.
I just remember this wide receiver doing good last year on the Chargers, Mike Williams.
And I got Adam Thielen, the one from Minnesota who broke
See,
out.
now I had a choice between Stephon Diggs or Adam Thielen when I
Yeah.
picked Diggs. I was like, it's really hard because they're next to each other.
That was my debate too, and you picking first is the reason why I grabbed him. Otherwise, I was gonna grab Diggs.
You were gonna.
Yeah.
Well, see, I kind of want a Thielen in a way.
Yeah, well, we can discuss a trade later, maybe. Quick. Give me your kicker and defense.
Well, hold on a second, because then I got fucking Le'Veon Bell, bro.
Yeah, you should have started with that. I would have been more interested.
Who's your backup quarterback?
Who is my backup quarterback? I was just looking at my main one. I don't know if I have a backup quarterback.
I got Ben Roethlisberger, huck it, chuck it, football. Actually, I really wanted to go with the new quarterback from Arizona, but I don't think I could trust him yet. I was gonna pick him up. Kicker, I got the New Orleans kicker.
My backup quarterback, Tom Brady.
Dude, you're gonna have a hard time with that because I had him last year and he just went downhill.
I don't plan on starting him, but I didn't want anyone else to have him in case he heats up.
You might as well pick up the tight end. What's his name?
You going with Gronkowski?
That's it. Pick
the
that
one
guy
who
up,
fucking
dude.
retired?
Yeah, pick him up.
At least when Gronk did it, he didn't do it right before the fucking season, though, you know?
And then when you're at it, pick up Luck.
I'm going to start Luck, Gronkowski, is Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, I can start him.
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. Fucking Jake. My brother's great at that.
You know, why does your brother take the 2 fucking minutes to draft a fucking player? God.
Whatever. Moving on.
No, it's not what I just wanted.
Dude, we're locked right now in like the topic that's going to be hardest for most of our current fans to get through. I'm just trying to get through.
That's not
this.
true. You guys love football.
They might love football, but that doesn't mean
I
they
just want to know why. He like down to the 5 seconds. He's like, okay, this person. Why not do it?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. Fuck you, Jake.
There was a couple decisions that took me over 2 minutes. Usually from someone stealing a pick right before I did it. You know, I know how that goes.
Yeah.
So my kicker is Robbie Gould, San Francisco, and then my defense is Baltimore. I figured if Earl Thomas is going there, and they're normally a good defensive team.
I don't really care about defenses anymore. You want to know why?
They suck.
It goes by game. I change my defense every week. Like if fucking
play defense by matchup if you want to.
That's what I do every year. It works out great.
Oh.
Yeah.
And our league is called Fantasy Football Holocaust.
Because it's like the Holocaust. Hide and go
trophy
seek.
is called the Not As Bad As Everyone Else trophy.
Yeah, because Jesse's always bad and his name is never going to be on there.
Dude, I'm so bad at this. And you're probably right. My name will never be on there unless there's a plaque for like this league was founded by this guy.
I put my heart and soul into this game. You don't even know.
Yeah, I do.
I try all the time. I listen to podcasts. I watch stupid little news clips. I go through and match on the people I'm playing.
Now imagine if you put that much energy into something that actually mattered.
Like life.
Like life.
Life.
Your relationship, if you had one.
I know.
Your job. A hobby.
Here's the thing about my job, right? I used to love working. Like I was a team lead. I was thinking about, hey, maybe I could be a manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just stopped. They just don't give a shit about like the mechanics, like the people that build the airplane. And they after seeing that for like the first 2 to 3 years, I'm just like, fuck it. I just want to do my 8 to 10 hours and just do my fucking little mechanical work, and that's it. Fuck them.
And then you get to go home.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the difference. You know, you've got a job. Some people have careers.
Yeah.
And if you just have a job, like, it's okay to just want to show up, punch in, do your work, and punch out. It's okay to not want to make work your life. Too many people, especially in this country, can only define themselves by their job. And that's why when people say, like, who are you and what do you do? It always drives me crazy when they go like, oh, my name is Terrence and I'm a lawyer. Or like that shouldn't be the first thing you tell people about yourself, in my opinion.
In my opinion, all these white American old guys need to marry Filipino women.
Why?
Because I don't know how they do it, but they like work 12 to 14 hours, 7 days a fucking week. More where I'm at. I'm just like, don't you guys like do anything? Like, I don't. Do you guys
just like working constant overtime?
Yeah, it's like, do you want to hang out with your kids? I don't know. Like,
I mean,
it's crazy.
If they're like a first generation immigrant, they might be sending a lot of that money home. You know.
And how'd they get over here? I guess they climbed over the wall, huh? They took
trying to tell people the wall wasn't gonna fucking solve anything.
Donald Trump said he he was gonna make the wall himself, brick by brick, lickety lick slick.
When's the last time that Trump said anything that
About
didn't
the wall?
strike you as either a lie, hilarious, or absolutely ridiculous? Has he ever said anything that didn't make you go like, dude, you're a fucking idiot?
Hey, did you think Abraham Lincoln was a good president?
I mean, from what I've read in history books.
Like, I can't believe he fucking, like, battled vampires and shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, it's the next logical step. Once you've ended slavery, the only other way that you can better mankind after that is
Dude,
to
he was
start
like the
killing all the
best president.
vampires.
Slavery and vampires,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
Fuck.
And then all it took was some little dude with a pistol to come grab him during a play.
I know.
Poof. You suddenly have a third hole in your head.
That's fucking crazy. You know, history's like, it's a crazy thing. Really crazy thing. Just like if you could go back, which thing would you undo?
I don't have the ability to answer that. I very firmly believe in the fact that anything that you change in the past would have so many consequences and cause so many paradoxes. Like, here's one
Are you
thing
getting
about
Back to the Future with me right now?
a little bit, but I want to take it a step further. You're familiar with the grandfather paradox, right?
I'm familiar with grandfathers.
Extremely, but that's not the point. Nobody's asking about your Pornhub search history right now. The grandfather paradox, where if you go back in time and you killed your own grandfather, you wouldn't exist in the future.
Correct.
Well, think about this. Instead of making it all about like you have to kill your own grandfather or you have to, you know, in some way interfere with your own life, the paradox is much bigger, because if you go back in time and let's say that you changed the owner who founded 7-Eleven and you wanted him to name the store 8-Eleven.
Okay.
So today the store would already be 8-Eleven, meaning you would never go back in time to have him change that number. So that's where the paradox keeps happening. Like any mundane thing that you would go back and change.
What if there's the paradoxes, but a different timeline?
Yeah, now we're talking, you know, quantum theory and stuff
Quantum
that really gets me
physics.
going a little bit.
Yeah.
Half stock over here.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch any like physics documentaries or cosmology or anything like that?
I really don't, man.
No?
I don't.
Do you ever watch anything that can educate you in any way?
Sometimes I get into like watching like history shit and about the pyramids and you know where the Aztecs went and shit like that.
Where did the Aztecs go?
Sometimes people are still trying to figure that out. I don't know. There's that one Aztec. I think they're Aztec. There was like this community and like they all just disappeared. No one knows where they went.
I don't think that's the Aztecs, but
It's the form of an Aztec, like genetic, not like full Aztec, but
like
it's like you had one Aztec. Some Germany or Spanish dude came and raped him, okay, and then
raped him.
They had a baby.
Two guys.
Yeah, two guys had a baby.
So they adopted a baby.
And then that one got raped again by this, like, I don't know, other Spaniard that's like half Jewish, half Irish. And then did
a
that
half
one.
Jewish, half Irish
And then-
Spaniard?
So there's like that small little genetics of the Aztec in this community where no one knows where it disappeared to, and people still can't figure out what happened today. But if you want, you can just DM me and I'll tell you more about it. So carry on to your schooling. Okay.
There was so much wrong with that. I'm not even touching it. I mean, that was a masterclass in talking shit.
Dude, I know you didn't want me to bring it up.
Okay, here we go.
We try to keep this to ourselves, okay? We love doing these podcasts. We would think it'd be cool to have, like, you know, a famous person on here.
Yeah.
I mean, Adam Ray gives us little teasers here and there. He'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, maybe this day or that day. He kind of, like, teases us, like, you know, when you're in 6th grade and, like, they only let you touch a boob outside the clothes and you can't go in yet. I just want to hump him so hard.
I don't know if this is going to help your case to get him on the show.
No. It'd just be cool, you know.
Dude, we want you on our show so bad we'll literally hump you. Like, yep, I'm out.
I don't know these fucking dudes. I got a midget that humps me every day. I don't need these two.
Hey, do you listen to About Last Night?
I do. I go through and listen to the ones that like the Wee Man one, or like the Steve-O one, or the Chris D'Elia one, or the Andrew Santino one.
He did a good one with the Goo Goo Dolls. That was pretty awesome.
Oh, you do
the one he did with
Goo Goo
Sandra
Dolls.
Bullock was really good because they were in Heat together.
That's the only podcast she's ever done ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was on Adam Ray's podcast, which is About Last Night. It's fucking hilarious.
And my name's Nick Carter too, like a Backstreet Boy, so I'm like a little famous.
That way, if he put you on his show, he could use your name instead of mine, and that would make it sound like he's got one of the Backstreet Boys on, but then it's just some fucking idiot with horse teeth.
Yeah. Stop touching my udders.
That's utterly ridiculous.
Even though they don't have udders, but okay. Yeah, this is a good Labor Day, man. It's a
Yeah.
holiday, no work today.
Labor Day 2019. I was just thinking earlier.
You were
Did you ever
thinking,
go to a summer camp when you were a kid?
like fat camp?
Not fat camp.
Do you need to go to fat camp?
Possibly.
Okay, yeah, I know. I never went to any camps. The only close camp I ever went to was like the Boys and Girls Club.
What did you do there?
Sometimes you do arts and crafts, or you play foosball. Or
Did you ever like stay overnight or do
No.
outdoor games or anything?
No.
No. So you never went to like a week-long camp where you were away from your folks or anything?
No, dude. Fucking my mom was the most fucking sheltering person with me out of all the kids. It was crazy. I couldn't even play fucking tackle football or even get a dirt bike.
Wow. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. So obviously your brother's older than you, but I don't know. Do you have any other older siblings also? Like, are you the youngest, or
Yeah,
is
I
it
am
just
the
you
youngest.
and Wade?
No, I got me, 3 sisters, and Wade.
And they're all older than you.
Yep.
And your mom got more sheltering by the time you came around?
Yeah.
That's so
It's only
weird.
because I almost died when I was a baby. Okay? And then I almost died again when I was 8 years old when I was bleeding out my butt. So,
Somewhere out there's an assassin that is just pissed.
no, I don't. It's crazy because I remember going to the bathroom. I was like in 4th grade. Yeah, 4th grade, I think.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 3rd grade. I think it was 3rd grade. And I went to the bathroom and there was like blood in the toilet. And I was like, oh. If I didn't say anything, I think the doctor said I probably like would have been dead or something because there's like a hole in my intestines or in my stomach.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, I made blood come out of my butt, and then they had to like take part of it out and sew it back together. So yeah, I don't have an appendix either.
Wow.
They took that out while I was there.
You don't have an appendix, so that means that you don't produce insulin?
I don't produce anything.
That was actually a pancreas joke, but I didn't know you'd get
My
that.
pancreas. Yeah.
No, it's funny you say that because, like, my mom was super strict with me, and I'm the oldest. And then after having my sister, and then my brother Jared, and finally my brother Jake, like, when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to say the word sex. I wasn't allowed to watch any kind of TV or play video games that weren't Bible related.
Oh, I was
shit
able
like
to
that.
do a lot more stuff though than my brothers and sisters.
See, it's still weird that you say sheltered, though, because, like, by the time my mom had Jake, the youngest, she was basically letting him watch Family Guy when he wanted to. Like, he had so fewer rules governing his life than ours.
I got away with a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
but like sheltering, like I couldn't do shit.
Like, she wouldn't allow you to do stuff, but then you'd go and do some of it anyway.
Well, yeah, I could like watch whatever. I just couldn't like do stuff that might injure me.
Because you almost died twice.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird, right? And it probably would have never happened, but I'm like, you know, I could have fucking been an NFL star and you fucking ruined it. Thanks a lot. Or I could have been on the X game doing double backflips if you would have let me ride a dirt bike.
Dude,
but
you
no, I
can't
guess we'll never know.
You can't even spell X Games.
Why? Are you going to the mall later? That's what I'm asking.
Possibly. It's a schooner, not a sailboat.
A schooner?
Schooner.
Schooner.
Mall rats? Nothing?
Schooner. Starbright. Starbird.
We have a new little house guest here, DJ Fallen. He's in the process of moving, so he needed a place to keep his kitty cat. So the cat he's mentioned on this show a couple times, Gingivitis something the third.
Yeah, he
is
was getting
over there on the
kinda-
couch.
He was getting kind of like sexual over here on the floor. He was like,
You know, it's funny. Do you ever?
touches me. He makes me listen to his trap music.
That cat has probably been so stoned in its life.
I know. He's probably taking like mushrooms too. He's probably like the coolest cat ever.
He is pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
he meows a fair amount, but like within an hour, he was already being very cuddly and chill and stuff. So, thankfully, he's not running around ripping up all of our shit.
That's cool. He's chilling.
Yeah, and it gives me a little piece of DJ Fallen to bring around with me whenever I'm in my own house.
Yeah, all we need to do, dude, is just put a tattoo on his face, and they're like a match made in heaven.
Not funny.
It's a little funny.
Mm-mm.
Ohana means family.
That was a good one. Why have you never done that before?
That's why I said I could have done it better than her. I just was embarrassed to do it.
Why? Dude, next time Abby comes on, you have to do that.
Ohana? Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind. Here comes Blue Dutch Buggy!
That's really impressive.
That's the only one I can do.
Many years ago, like 12 or 13 years ago, I bought a Schecter guitar off of Aaron that had a sticker on the back of it, like on the inside part.
Yeah.
That if you looked at it, it is, I think it's Stitch giving it to
Head?
Minnie Mouse or to Lilo or what. I don't know the character names, but it's the little monster guy from Lilo and Stitch giving it to one of the female characters, like cartoon porno style. It was very disturbing, but also pretty hilarious. And
You liked it.
I liked having it on a guitar that, you know,
Yeah, no,
I bring and play
that'd
to
be kinda
shows and
cool.
stuff.
Dude, our guitar player, I think he's addicted to like getting guitars, honestly.
Yeah, he does.
I know.
Just swapped out a PRS for a
This is
an
like
Explorer.
I know. Well, at least he switched it. Pretty soon he's gonna have like his own fucking museum of like 10,000 guitars.
That he will
gonna
have
be like,
bought
"Look,
every
dude,
single one off of Facebook Marketplace.
I got this one. This one looks like a dick. You strum its balls, and the music comes out of here, and then it sprouts out water where it's supposed to jizz.
Are you getting jealous of the guitars he could have instead of you?
No, I don't like the one he got. I don't like that style.
The Explorer or the PRS?
The one he like the brand new one he traded it for.
Oh, you don't like those?
I only like the Fender Strat and the Gibson Les Paul style guitars. I don't
That's
like
it.
anything else.
Huh.
Yeah.
The one that he got, for people who may not be familiar with the names of these guitars, an Explorer is typically a Gibson or an Epiphone make of guitar, popularized by guys like Dave Grohl on the Foo Fighters. Played one for a long time that was just gorgeous, and you've seen it in other on other bands,
Like
other
heavy
frontmen
metal
and stuff.
bands.
Yeah,
But rock
Metallica, I
band.
think, not Kirk Hammett.
I know
the
who
singer,
you're talking about. Yeah,
James
Fredfield,
No,
Cornfield,
James Hetfield.
Headfield. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he played an Explorer for a long time also. So it's that style, you know, very strange and asymmetrical body. Kind of gets away from the
Kind of looks like a
curves of a
Z
guitar.
a little bit.
Yeah, but
I like
it gets rid of the curves, and every end is like a triangle point almost. So it's not a very curvy, flowy guitar. It's more of a rigid kind of style. I mean, I've always wanted to
Ridges.
play one, but I don't
Vagina
know.
has ridges
Beef curtain.
on the inside.
Vagina.
I need to find a new vagina.
Who sings that?
Any kind of new vagina.
Who is it? Let the kids hear
Bloodhound
it.
Gang.
That's Bloodhound Gang?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was No Effects when you were singing it that way.
My vagina has two sets of lips. That's the NoFX one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too many good songs about vaginas.
Yeah, like the
apparently.
90s were like vagina ready, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Early
were finally ready to start
2000s.
pronouncing that word instead of hushing around it.
Like, do you like box? Kids would be like, I'm gonna go fuck her box, bro. Box, like, so stupid.
I don't think I've ever been friends with anyone who talks
I
like that. let me hit that box, bitch.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
no, gross. Get out of here, man.
I never hung out with dudes like that. They're just so.
You are that dude.
No, I'm not. Outside of here, I'm a fucking loving saint, and I will
Uh-huh.
cuddle with you like no other.
Well, instead of cuddling with me, why don't we go ahead and wrap up this show here?
Well, yeah, I'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I'll wrap it up for you.
You can't use the pull-out method. You've seen that doesn't work. You got to wrap it up.
I know. Who the fuck came up with that? I'll pull out, even though there's some pre-cum in there somewhere.
I mean, once we discovered how that whole process worked, you'd think the pull-out method would have been completely gone. But there's still people that think that if the girl's on top, she won't get pregnant because of gravity. So
It's like you tell her, I'm gonna pull out. She's like, okay, I should be totally fine. No.
and then you're
It's
like,
not.
yeah, and I'm gonna get it on you, and then instead it goes in your eye.
And then you're like, tricked you. I went inside you.
And that's how you had your daughter.
Yep, and that's how we're gonna end the show with the homosexual day.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for yet another fantastic episode of Cheeky Shenanigans.
And I'm Punkass.
And I am
Your
Random
father.
Hero.
That is gay.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Please have a consensual day, guys.
Bye, guys. Have fun. Eat some lunch.
Click,
Don't be vegan.
click, click, clack, click,
Click.
click.